Hey there, this is LaQuita with QuitaBugHandmaids.com. Thank you so much for joining me today for another Stampin' Up! Tutorial. So today I have a really pretty project to share with you featuring the Cutest Halloween bundle. I'm so excited about today's card. I actually cased this idea from a card that I saw Stampin' Up! Share over on their Instagram page. So I'll put in a quick slide of that card. And then here is my take on that card, and I am loving this card, you guys. So pretty. So I'm excited to share with you how to create this gorgeous card. Okay, so I've got all of my pieces ready here, and we're gonna do a lot of stamping. I'm gonna bring in some scratch paper because we're gonna need that in just a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and start though with my sentiment. So I've got a piece of white cardstock. This is cut a little less than 1 inch wide, and then it is 2 inches long. And then pale papaya ink. And then for the sentiment, it's hey boo. And just center that up. Put it right on there. Looks good. Okay, so now we're gonna start on all of the pumpkins. So I've just got a scrap piece of white cardstock, just a long strip. We need 7 pumpkins. And I'm gonna stamp all of my pumpkins in early espresso ink. And then don't forget, you wanna stamp them in the direction that the image is orientated on the punch so that it makes it easier for you to punch. So this is the angle here. So let me just ink. Stamp. All right, so I'm gonna put them all that direction. And again, 7, I hope I can fit 7. If I can't, I'll need to grab another piece. Okay, yeah, cannot fit 7, I don't think. 2, let's see. Okay, on these two are gonna stay white, but I'm gonna bring in the little snaggletooth pumpkin face and stamp that just on one of these. There we go. Okay, then I'm going to bring in my pumpkin pie ink and then the little filler image for your pumpkins. And I'm going to stamp off twice so that I can get a 3rd generation shade here on my pumpkin. And then I need 3 of these to be 3rd generation pumpkin pie. Okay. Okay, and then I've got Cajun Craze, and I need 2 3rd generation Cajun Craze pumpkins. And I did clean my stamp with my Stampin' Scrub here. I've got it off to the side. Okay, there we go. Okay, and then in early espresso, I'm gonna stamp that little snaggletooth pumpkin onto one of my pumpkin pie pumpkins. And then we've got this little other face. I'm gonna stamp that on both of my Cajun Craze pumpkins. Okay, then you've got this tiny little circle in the stamp set. I'm gonna ink this up in Cajun Craze, and I'm gonna stamp it off once and then stamp it onto this little white pumpkin to give him some little cheeks. There we go. And then I'm not even gonna clean it. I'm gonna dip into the orange or pumpkin pie, and actually, let me do that again. I want it full strength. And I'm gonna stamp one of these little Cajun Craze pumpkins. There we go. Okay, so pumpkin stamping complete. Garden green ink, another piece of scrap here, and I'm gonna stamp 3 of the tiny little leaf that comes in the stamp set. And I'm gonna hand cut these out with my paper snips. Okay, so I've got my punch here, and I'm just going to line up all of my pumpkins and punch them out. And I'm gonna punch from left to right. If you do right to left, you're gonna punch out all of this, and then you're gonna ruin all of your pumpkins that are stamped on the left side. So you wanna do left to right to punch all of these out. Let's see. Okay, there we go. And now all of these. Okay, I've got all of my pumpkins punched out, and then I'm just gonna go in and leave a tiny little white border around all of these leaves and just hand cut each of them out. Okay, let's start putting this card together. So for my card base, I've got a piece of pale papaya cardstock. This is cut 8.5 inches by 5.5 inches, and I have scored it at 4¼ inches. Just give it a crease, okay? Then I have got this gorgeous paper. So this is sold out, unfortunately, you guys, but this was one of the celebration items. It's the Bedazzling 6x6 specialty paper. It is so pretty. How many sheets came in here? There were 8 sheets, but it is gorgeous. It's kind of a champagne color to me. So you could, in place of this, you could use our champagne foil, or you could choose another glimmer paper that we have, but I love this, so pretty. So this is cut 4 inches by 5¼ inches, and then I've got a piece of white cardstock, and this is cut 3¾ inches by 5 inches, and I'm just gonna put that right on top to give a little border, a little shimmery border. Here we go. I was looking for my Seal Plus. So I'm using Seal Plus since this is it's not a loose glimmer, but I just wanted something really strong to stick this on. Gosh, it's so pretty. I don't know how to describe. I don't know. Very pretty though. Okay, so we'll just center that on. That looks good. And then I'll add this onto my card front. And this color looks so pretty with pale papaya. So champagne pairs nicely with pale papaya. Okay, so we've got that. Then I'm actually gonna go ahead and put the sentiment on first. So this is another piece of that Bedazzling 6x6, and this is cut ½ inch by 2½ inches. Ooh, ½ inch by 2½ inches. So I'm gonna put this down with just a little adhesive, and I'm leaving this part open, no adhesive, because we're gonna tuck one of those pumpkins under there. So I wanna leave some room. So I think I want that, yeah, I want that right there. And then, whoa, some dimensionals, a brand new sheet. I'm gonna put a couple of these on the sentiment. Oh, I stamped the sentiment on the wrong side of my cardstock. I feel like there's a right and a wrong side. You can like see your cut lines, but okay, that's okay. Anyways, I'm gonna put that. I guess I want it right about there. That should be fine. Okay, now let's take this plain pumpkin. We'll tuck him underneath there. Okay, that looks good. I'm not gonna press all the way just yet. Then our little pumpkin pie that has the face on it. Put him right there, I think. Yeah. then I'll do another pumpkin pie. Tuck it right behind the sentiment, right there. I'll do this Cajun Craze right about there. Then this last pumpkin one. Nope, I'm gonna do this last white one. I'm gonna tuck him behind the sentiment just a little bit, the corner of it. Yep, right there. And then I'll tuck this one right there. And then the last pumpkin, we'll put him over here. Whoops, right about there. Looks good. Okay, I'm gonna press them all into place. I think they look good. Now for my leaves, what I'm gonna do is just pop those on. They're so small. With a little bit of liquid glue. Just put a little dot. Put one here. One there. That little bit of green really does something to break up all the shades of orange. Oops. And then, ooh, another one right here. There we go. Okay, you guys, that finishes up the card, and I love this card. I think it is so pretty. Probably the prettiest Halloween card or fall card that I've made in a while. I really like it. And, you know, I did an envelope, so I took some of the, what is the paper? The Tidings of Christmas designer paper. I put a piece of that on the flap. I thought it looked really nice, that pattern with the card. And then I just stamped this cute little image on the front. This image is from the, what's it called? It's from the Little Delights stamp set. So stamped that on the front in Pale Papaya, and there you have your coordinating envelope. I love this card. So thank you, Stampin' Up, for the inspiration on this one. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed today's tutorial. Thank you so much for joining me. And then don't forget, you can find all of the measurements and all of the supplies for today's project linked down below in the video description. And stay tuned, I'll be back again very soon with another tutorial. Bye now.